It's going good. Good to be back here in Wofford. Um, 2019 flashbacks when I first got here, but it's going good.
What are you doing differently? Are you doing anything differently? Is there anything you're focusing
Um, Not necessarily differently. Just focusing on just practicing, trying to get 1% better. You just got to be ready to play as a backup in this league. You just got to be ready to go. You don't know when you're going to get your opportunity. You just got to be ready. And my third year in that role coming up, which first year is like, all right, I'm not used to it. Now I feel like I don't have that excuse anymore. I got to be, ready to go. I understand the role. I understand what it's like to be a backup, and focusing on just being ready if my team needs me.
on? Is there any more urgency, as you approach this in year three?
There's definitely urgency. I feel like there was urgency last year and the year before. I feel like every year I have that urgency. Um, just don't want to force anything, though. I don't want to be too urgent. I trust them, confident in my abilities, and just want to go play ball. Don't need to do anything extra. Just need to find completions, take care of the ball, and let our guys win as a team. You
What specific things did you work on in the off season?
know. Off season is a good time to kind of. I honed in at the beginning really on mechanics, just throwing, trying to be accurate. Um, as the off season went on over the summer, I got more into kind of like pocket movement. Worked with my dad, um, did a lot of pocket movement, ball security stuff. Had him out there with the boxing gloves on, punching me in the ball a little bit. Um, Huge emphasis, just take care of the ball, find completions, know when to push the ball downfield, and know when to just take completions. So I worked that a lot in the off season.
Will, what's your thought on the sign over there? The
DBO, baby.
Yeah. What's the players' thoughts on that?
I love it.
It's a long ride, or
It's a long ride. It depends on the field you're on. Yeah. No, I love it. I mean, just clearly it's an emphasis, right? Like, don't beat ourselves. That's a pillar here. I mean, it's how you win football games. I mean, it's how you beating yourself is how you lose football games in a hurry. I love it. Love emphasizing it. Um, it's something you just gotta just drill in your head at every position.
have you had to do it yet?
I did. Me and Matt messed up a snap today. I had to go touch it for the first time. Yeah.
How did you handle getting an opportunity your first season and then not being kind of factored in last season on Sundays personally? How did you kind of get through that? Was it frustrating, and did you kind of understand those decisions a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fair to say it's frustrating. You just got to be ready. You don't know when your opportunity is going to come. That was my mindset last year. Um, it's not my job to make the decisions whether I go in or not. It's my job to be ready when they do put me in. Last year, just kind of the way it worked out. I don't think it was, I wasn't like frustrated at the decision or anything like that. I want to play every Sunday. You know what I mean? So, I didn't ever feel frustrated necessarily. I think that's the wrong word. I felt more just that ready to go. And it wasn't frustrating not to get it. It was more so just like, I guess, disappointing when it was over because I felt ready last year. I felt like I could help my team, but there wasn't really an opportunity for me to, which is fine. I just have to be ready to go this year. You know what I mean?
What have coaches told you guys about the battle for that number 2 spot? You feel like it's wide open, or is it you got to fight to get past DJ, or where do you feel like that is?
I think it's kind of an open battle. I think we're just we're practicing and trying to get better right now. I think both me and PJ are different players. We're both working on different things, and kind of just competing against ourselves. Like, we're not really competing against each other as much as we are competing to get better at things we need to get better at individually. And when it comes down to it, that's not me or PJ's decision. I've enjoyed working with him and pushing each other, including Sam, and just trying to get better, like I said, individually. And then the decision's not up to us. Like I said, I think we're very different, and it comes down to what's best for the team.
Will, you mentioned. Go ahead, Scott.
I just wanted to ask you, what can you say about Hayes' arrest?
Not much. I mean, that's a family matter. Obviously it's early on, and I think the facts will come out as it progresses. But that's really all I can say at this point. So.
You mentioned the pocket movement.
Mhm.
We saw you kind of make a few plays on the run today. Was that what you were emphasizing with your dad, or something a little different in terms of pocket movement?
I think both. Definitely throwing on the run. Had some opportunities in 2019 that I missed, just wasn't accurate on the run, and ever since then it's been a big emphasis in season, off season, just all around.
Feel like you've gotten better? at it?
Absolutely. I feel like I really improved. A lot of it, throwing on the run is, when you have arm talent, it's easy to kind of get lazy with your fundamentals and just, kind of whip the ball out there. And it's important to overemphasize those fundamentals, really get your left shoulder on, right shoulder off. Whether I emphasize it to the high school kids that I kind of coach around, and it's important at this level too, because, you can throw it out there all arm and it'll work 3 out of 5 times, but it needs to work 5 out of 5 times, and that was a big emphasis for me. So.
Well, I'm
Curious when
curious for you, when there's all this talk in the offseason about, like, who the quarterback's going to be, who they're bringing in, what's Teddy, Sam, like, what's that kind of like for you, being a quarterback on this roster and kind of having all of that talk and all that going on?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely, like, different than I think what you would expect. But I think as like in my position, you just have to focus on controlling what you can control, right? Stoicism, like just, whatever happens, I've got to be ready to go. Again, don't know where that's going to be. You don't make those decisions. I don't get to go and say, hey, Coach Rule, I think this about, you know what I mean? Like it's, you just have to be ready to go and be, when the team needs you, you got to step up. And that's all I can control, and that's my focus. So.
I'm sure Matt was telling us about the BOB sign and then the running laps and what that means for you guys. What do you guys think of having to do all that?
I love it. I love emphasizing don't beat ourselves. I think it's just one of those things, like it's a good way to re-emphasize, right? We talk about it in meetings. We can say it out here, but when you got to go run and touch a sign, I think that you're just thinking about it the whole time you're running. So I like it.
Guys, any more questions for Will?
When's the last time you cut your hair?
Ooh. Well, I trimmed it a couple, in the spring, but I ain't cut it in a while. Rally hair.
So
That's not even COVID hair for you.
It was at first, and now here we are. If you know somebody, let me know, Joe.
How long you want to get?
No, I'm not going to let it get much longer than this. I'll keep it trimmed up here. Really don't have any plans. I feel like I wish I could tell you something cool, but there's not. I may shave it tomorrow. I don't know. So.
All right, guys.